Hello everybody, today I want to talk about the Brook Wingman converter for the Nintendo Switch 1 and Nintendo Switch 2. So with this converter over here, we can take any PlayStation 5 controller or Xbox and get them on to work with the Switch 2. That can be helpful because you may have specific games that you prefer to use, for example, this D-pad orientation or these buttons. For some reason you have like some muscle memory for it. For example, if you're playing a fighting game or something. Or for me, when I'm playing beat 'em ups and shoot 'em ups, I prefer to use an arcade stick, right? Arcade sticks are really cool. They're expensive, but pretty cool. And this little converter over here helps you with that. Now, when you get this, depends on when you get this. It really depends on if they have fully updated this or not. So for me, it was not updated, and I needed to do an update in order to use it with the Switch 2. This little doodad, which you can also use wireless, but I wouldn't suggest it because it adds input lag, but for convenience, you can do that. I personally use it only wired. Now, how do I use it with the Switch 2? If you plug it on the dock, you can just plug it as it is. It's a USB device, right? But if you're trying to put it for handheld, you will have to have a USB-C to USB-A, and then you connect your device with this, as you see over here, and then boom. Then you have to go to the start menu, go to controllers, change the grip, and then you will try to activate it. And here we go. You press NLR, then it connects it. Then we are going back to the game. And it works like the Switch controls, right? So everything, this is A, this is B, this is X, and this is Y, I think. So yeah, we go with that. Just to show a little bit of the gameplay so you can see for yourself how good it is. And I'm showing Marvel Cosmic Invasion because they just added my most anticipated character on this thing. So we're going with the Cyclops. Alright. And this is pretty awesome game if you want to play it with an arcade stick because they don't have like as simple controls as they did with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game, TMNT. Yeah, it is not as less complex as that, so I think it's good. There we go. Oop. All right. Okay. Yeah. Ooh. I think you definitely will want to switch some of the buttons because they have the shoulder buttons for the assist, and that is so far away. So maybe you will want to put it on R1 and R2 to put the super. But yeah, like the game definitely plays as you would want. Unfortunately, I hope you don't hear too much of the of the arcade stick sound because I have some buttons that may be noisy. All right. Yep. And this also has some combo buttons that sometimes if you don't press it on the correct frame, you're not getting the uppercut. So if you like to do juggle stuff on bosses to get extra points, you're not gonna be getting them. Yeah. Alright, let's look at another game. I think that was enough to show this one. And you can use this with everything, right? Like this, you can use it with your hitboxes or like leverless, if I were to say. You can use it with all the stuff that are supported. Let me just switch because I have it on modern. Let me just switch it to classic. And yeah, so we can see like our buttons and everything. That is cool. Yeah. All right, there we go. It's harder to do stuff when you're watching through the screen that I'm recording, but yes, like I don't think anyone gonna have any issue. There is no like really latency with this. There is a minimum latency, like couple of milliseconds, but it's not like definitely way better than having to deal with something that you have to buy another piece of kit again just for this. And usually on arcade sticks, if you cheap out, you're not getting a good stuff. So yeah, like this one is really premium arcade stick. I'm happy that I can use this with this, that I can play like my SMAPs as well. I love my SMAPs. So yeah, like, let's check out the Super as well. All right, there we go. Okay, let's check out our usual Akuma stuff. Oh no, not modern Akuma. The world is not ready for the modern Akuma. Alright, here we go. Yep. Alright. And things works as expected. There's also a small manual inside with this, so you can take a look. And behind also you can see what kind of controllers are expected to work with this. So you won't have really any problem with this thing. I think these converters are like really saving you money if you have different brand controllers, especially because they never want to play ball with each other on these kind of things to support stuff. So yeah. Alright, that was the video I wanted to make just to show you what is possible to do with this. And of course you can use it with your other type of stuff, like you can use even up to PS3 arcade sticks. So if you have like a PS3 arcade stick, will definitely like has no problem to work. So things are going to be good. Even 360, if you have like one of those Xbox 360 arcade sticks, it will completely work. This is a pretty good product, and I have been using it for a bit with mostly playing beat 'em ups and playing, you know, like shoot 'em ups, and I love it. I don't feel any latency. I had some issues with a Mayflash one. Sometimes things felt a little bit delayed with some buttons, but with this one, I have like literally no problems. So yeah, no say to the other product, just I bought it like for years and I was using it, but with this one over here, I think you're getting the better deal with the less input lag if you care about that. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful day. See you next time. Bye bye.